when you're dealing with any type of social anxiety, I feel like you should really take note of it and understand what is making you so anxious in that moment. I feel like you gotta understand that not everything is that deep. You have social anxiety, and the reason is because you have the fear of being judged by others. You kind of gotta get out your own way. You gotta allow you to be you, because everybody will find any little thing to not like you. So you just gotta be like, it is what it is, and not let that disrupt what you got going on. Not let that get in the way of you being you and enjoying your life and living your best life. Haters will be here until the test of time. So you might as well get used to it and just embrace you. You gotta just learn to love to embrace you. Love you. When we're trying to fit in, we like the idea of being validated. We like the idea of just being loved by others. But I feel like doing that, we can become enslaved to that idea. We can become enslaved to that thought of just trying to fit in, not doing things that we want to do, not expressing who we truly are, just because we want to fit in into the norm, fit in and do what everybody else does. So if you have social anxiety, it's because you want to fit in, you don't want to be judged. You gotta realize, as I say always, you have one life to live. We don't know when our expiration date is on this earth. So while we are here, that's valuable time. That's valuable time to do what you want to do, be who you want to be, love who you want to love. And that's by being authentically yourself, being authentically you. You gotta realize it's never that deep. The only people that would hate are the people that are envious. You only hate if you're miserable by yourself. People that are successful, people that got something going from themselves, they're just not going to put their energy towards that. They got better things to do. People that hate on you don't have anything better to do. That's why they're doing that. So with social anxiety, I feel like the best way to overcome it is just to understand what is the root of that. Take note of it, and then you have to chalk it up to it really not being that deep. You're not gonna die. What is the worst thing that could possibly happen? What is the worst thing that could happen? From you just being yourself, as everyone should do. Everybody's just living their life, so I might as well live mine. You might as well live yours happily and without a care in the world. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm moving the world with confidence. Like for me, I film content for my Instagram, for my socials, without a care in the world. I record in public without a care in the world, because I know nobody's going to be worried about me, and if they are, that has more to do with them. I have the mindset that everybody's just living their own life. Everybody's just trying to figure it out and live their own life. Everybody's worried about their own things. So I'm going to just do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I'm comfortable with doing. I'm going to be who I want to be. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if they got a problem with it, they got a problem with it. That's tough. That's tough. They got a problem with it. But that has nothing to do with me. Their opinion is not going to affect my life. You gotta take people and their judgment with a grain of salt. You have to. Because if you're too worried about how others are going to perceive you in this world when you're moving in this world, you'll never be able to grow. You'll never be able to really experience a new level of confidence in yourself. When you're able to walk through the world carefree, that's when you're able to unlock a new level of confidence for yourself. So yeah, social anxiety, yeah, you just have to laugh at it. If you ever get anxious in those moments, you kind of have to laugh at it. Like, it's like, oh, like I'm nervous. I feel a little nervous right now, but it's okay. Like, it's okay. You have to be there for you. You have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be there for yourself, to pat yourself on the back, to be like, it's gonna be okay. You have to say to yourself like, oh, I know I'm feeling nervous right now, but it's not the end of the world. Like, I know I feel nervous right now, but it's not the end of the world. It's just for the moment. The anxiety that you have is only just for the moment. It's only a temporary feeling. You only allow yourself to get anxious if you allow yourself to get anxious. To get out of that, you just have to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be free. Go ahead and talk to people. If you see someone on the street, allow yourself to say hi to them. Give yourself permission to say hi to them. Just to get out of that anxious feeling. You gotta have courage to go out and just do things that you usually wouldn't do, because it's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you. It's gonna help you get out of that mode of anxious of just being out. I'm scared. You have to do things outside of that to get you out of that, to get you out of that uncomfy feeling, to get you out of that feeling that makes you feel stuck, that you can't do anything. And that's by doing things outside of the norm, doing things outside your comfort zone. And that's always a good thing to do. If you don't, how will you be able to grow? How will you be able to grow and elevate? We gotta grow and elevate. And doing things that don't make us the most comfortable is where we have to start. You gotta be comfortable in the uncomfortable. You have to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. That's when you'll really be able to test how much courage you have. You're capable of much more than you realize. Where we are now, who we are as people now, shouldn't be our final form. It shouldn't be the last image or last trace that we leave on earth. If you want to leave something better of yourself, you have to allow yourself to be in uncomfortable situations to grow. You have to allow yourself to be in uncomfortable situations. You have to seek out things that you know usually makes you uncomfortable, just for the sole fact of it helping you elevate. The more you do it, the more you get comfortable in it. The more that anxious feeling goes away. And it's just a distant memory. It's just a distant feeling. The more you do it, the more you allow yourself to get out of your comfort zone, the more you will be able to grow. And I feel like we all know that. We all know that. We're just too scared to do it. But we can't be too scared to do it. We have one life to really express ourselves for who we are. But we can't shield that from the world. We can't shield ourselves from the world. That's unfair. It's just unfair to you. And I know you want to be able to express yourself with the people around you. I know you want to be able to express yourself for you. So it's all about taking that next step. It's all about taking that next step. It's all about doing that. I know for me, as I've grown up, I've just been a comfortable guy. I've just always been more of an extrovert. As I've grown up, I've been more of an extrovert where I can vibe and mesh with anybody. But I know my peers, even like, let's say my sister, my twin sister, she wasn't the most outgoing person. Like, she wasn't the most, you know what I mean, outgoing person. And she did have a bit of social anxiety, but she was able to grow from that as she got older, because she started to do things that she usually wouldn't do. She started to allow herself to get out of her comfort zone because she knew that's what she had to do to grow. And as she kept doing it more, as she kept doing things that made her uncomfortable and it gave her discomfort, she steadily started to get out of that room of being uncomfortable because she practiced. She had the courage to be like, it is what it is. It's whatever. I'm going to just do it. I'm going to just do it so I can not live my life scared, not live my life anxious of how other people will perceive me. And I'm proud of her for that. I'm proud of her for that. And that's where that's just where we have to start. So it all starts with us. If you don't want to feel any type of social anxiety, it all starts with us. It all starts with us acknowledging it, seeing it as it's never that deep, and then kind of just taking it on as a challenge, something we just have to master by going out and doing things that help us master it. And that's just what we gotta do. Like, I had social anxiety when it came to talking to girls, but as I kept doing it more, I was able to do it without a care in the world. It didn't really bother me. Because I remember I would be the type where I was like, I'll never go up and talk to a girl or ask for her number. I remember I was like that. And that was only because I had the fear of being judged. It gave me a little bit of social anxiety. But I knew I had to get out my own way and just do it. Because I'm not going to be scared and feel anxious about doing some normal stuff. Just talking to a girl. I'm not going to feel anxious about that. I'm just going to do it. Because it's never that deep. It was just never going to be that serious. She rejects me, I move on. It is what it is. It is what it is. I continue to live my life. So there was a time where I had to take that step too. I had to get out of my comfort zone so I could really allow myself to be free. I asked a girl for her number this one time too. And I got rejected, but I didn't even care. I was just happy. I just allowed myself to get out of my comfort zone. I was just happy I just gave myself the freedom to just do some regular shit, to express myself, regardless of the feeling of being judged or feeling rejected. So, yeah, please continue to go out and do things to get you out of your comfort zone. And as you continue to do that, your social anxiety will start to fade away. Little by little, little by little, your social anxiety will start to fade away. So yeah, another TikTok was y'all got this though. Y'all got this. I promise y'all. It's never that deep. It's never that serious. I promise you. Y'all got this.